What up guys, boy Mike, aka New Yorker in the Philippines, and today I'm coming at you from where I personally think is maybe the most underrated spot in Metro Manila. So not a lot of people cover this area. So today I'm going to show you guys around one of my favorite places, might be a little bit of a hidden gem, and I'm talking about Greenfield District here in Mandaluyong. So if you're not familiar with Greenfield District, it reminds me sort of like a mini BGC. It has that kind of vibe, sort of similar to Eastwood, and for some reason not a lot of people are talking about it. So I'm gonna show you guys, take you on a little walk and talk, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's go right to it. All right, so the first thing you might notice about Greenfield, as you can see behind me, is there actually is some green here in Greenfield. So like I say in my other videos, it's always nice when there's some greenery, when you can get some nature in the middle of the metro. That's always a bonus, you know, to have a little escape from the concrete jungle. We could appreciate that. And then if I flip the switch a little bit, I'll show you the other side. This is what it looks like in the surrounding area. So right now, we're right in front of Greenfield Park, which is this. It's basically just a park area. They have a few things to work out on, but it's basically just an open greenery area. You do your own thing. Bring a soccer ball like that dude. Bring a picnic table. Relax, hang out. Along the edges of this, surrounding it, there's shopping centers, there's malls, there's little eateries. Same thing across the street. So if you see this reminds me of a traditional main street or a traditional high street in America. So this is sort of like Bonifacio Global City, sort of like Eastwood in the sense that it's a city within a city itself, but this is a different vibe altogether in my opinion. So if you're an American watching this, I would say this is more like a very small city, or what I would say it would be equal to about a college town. It really has that college town vibe because there's that traditional main street. You could walk down it and there's a lot of coffee shops, there's little mom and pop shop type things. And it just has that vibe where it's like, you could tell it's a little more family oriented, a little bit slower paced than Bonifacio Global City and Makati. So different vibe, not a bad thing. In my opinion, it's a good thing. It's a little less hectic, a little less crowded. So those are all bonuses. All right, so I'm gonna go over here and show you guys real quick what it looks like on the side. Maybe show you some of the restaurants that are surrounding the area. All right, so I thought I'd show you the restaurants, the stuff that's on the side of the park, give you guys a little input of what it looks like. So starting on the end here, we have a bar. And then going down, we have a bunch of restaurants. So we'll do a little walk, a little camera work. You guys can see exactly what they got. So Bar Zero, not familiar. It's also like 2 in the afternoon, so I don't know about that right now, but Coffee Blanc. Buffalo Avenue, which is what I'm guessing is like Philippine Buffalo Wild Wings. Hello. Hello again. Yeah, I'm guessing that's like the Filipino Buffalo Wild Wings. They got, looks like a Japanese restaurant. How you pronounce that, babe? My Lola Nori's? My Grandma Nori's? My Grandma Nori's, that must be the home-cooked grandma food, traditional. We got Whimsy right here. So if you guys aren't familiar with Whimsy is like a little cafe where they got board games, Pokemon, all that stuff. You can go in there, you can play board games, you can nerd out. That's my kind of spot. So I like Whimsy a lot. Shout out to Whimsy. All you gotta do is just grab a coffee, grab a bite to eat, and then you could hang out and play whatever they got, all the board games there. And then at the end, of course, they got Domino's. If for some reason you want Domino's, God forbid. Just kidding. Just kidding, my friends. If you like Domino's, it's all good. And then we got the Starbucks to cap it off. So that's what we got on the park side. If you're hanging out on a day in the park, you want to grab something real quick, that's what's in the surrounding area. But you know, I don't like to focus on the commercial buildings too much. I like to look around the area, get the vibe, see what it's all about. So let's keep going. Big sidewalks, as you can see, which is nice. You know, your boy always likes when there's nice sidewalks here. Sidewalks like this really are a luxury in the Philippines. A lot of times you're walking on this little thing, try not to get hit by a car when you're in the metro anyway. So having a nice sidewalk is a little bit of a luxury. Sounds like I'm memeing, I'm joking around, but I'm actually serious. Anyway, so Greenfield District. My question is, I guess, why is nobody covering Greenfield District? If you're a foreigner, you're an American watching this, you probably never heard of Greenfield District, and I don't blame you because there's not a lot of videos on YouTube. I actually looked them up. I knew about Greenfield, but I didn't really know too much. I just knew, like, you know, we've been there once or twice. So I wanted to look up on YouTube, get some information. We were planning our move, and I noticed there's not really a lot of coverage. I seen a couple like real estate style videos that were, you know, just very generic, glimpse around, you know, something like that, but not really anyone living there or hanging out there giving, you know, personal insight. So I guess that's kind of what I want to do in this video, just give you guys personal insight. So if you're used to, like I said, a Bonifacio or Global City, something like that, this is along that lines, but this is like a mini BGC. I know on YouTube people overuse that term. It's like a mini BGC or it's like BGC, but I think it's comparable in this instance because it is one of those things where it's a city within a city, like I said. So let's keep looking around. So right now we're leaving the park. So once you leave the park, you have this surrounding area. This is, I believe, Mayflower Avenue, which is the main street. And then once you leave the park, you go into the rest of Greenfield, and it's a lot of stuff in a little area. So it's either you like that or you don't like that. I can see both sides, right? So when I say bubble communities like this, it's not inherently a negative thing. Like I said, if anything, I think the bubble communities are actually a bonus in a lot of ways. But if you're coming on here for a vacation, you're staying for like 2 weeks, you want to experience Filipino culture and like at its roots, then yeah, probably Greenfield District, these type of places aren't where you want to be going, right? But if you're moving here and you just want somewhere that has a Western vibe, you know, just because you're leaving America, for example, this is something I want people to understand. Just because you're leaving America doesn't mean you hate everything that reminds you of America, right? People leave for different reasons, and there's bonuses living here, whether it's like America or not like America, right? So not everybody wants to be in the province, not everybody wants to be living a different lifestyle that's going to be a big culture shock 180. Some people just want to get out of America because it's too expensive, or, you know, politics are being shoved down your throat there, or whatever multitude of reasons. It doesn't matter. In my opinion, you could live in a place like this and you still get a lot of the benefits of Philippine culture. The people here are still awesome. They're still very nice. You know, it's still affordable compared to American standards. So yeah, I think this is a good place depending on what you're looking for. Anyway, let me get back to the views. So right here, we also have the Portal, which is like a shopping center. And then across the street here, we have a food truck parking lot. So this runs from like 4 p.m. until 10 p.m., something like that. 4 p.m. onward, let's just say. And then they have a bunch of food trucks. So I'm gonna show you guys those food trucks in just a minute. In the meantime, let me show you guys side street, what it looks like around the corner, and then we'll head over to the food trucks, show you what they got. All right, so one thing you probably notice, or you will notice about Greenfield, is that for such a small area in Mandaluyong City, it really does have a lot of places to eat and get drinks, and that's sort of the theme. It's a big foodie area, a big foodie city, and I'm gonna show you guys one of the things that they do every day here, which is this food truck parking lot. So it's not time yet, it will be soon, but every night from like 4 or 5 p.m. until like 10 or 11 p.m. they do food trucks, and they actually have some really good ones here. Me and May actually got this like mango smoothie here, and it was definitely a banger. See if they have it again. So food truck fest, you can see that's what it looks like. Hey sir, how are you? Yeah, that guard was not liking me at all. What the heck? He probably thinks I'm like Vitality or some shit. No, that's not me, buddy. some of these names are definitely pretty straightforward. As someone that named their YouTube channel New Yorker in the Philippines, I can respect that. All right, now that we've quenched the hunger of the wife, we're gonna keep walking, see what else they got. I believe they have a mall coming up on the right. A good husband, wow, thank you. Turn off for YouTube, stop glazing me. Anyway, we're gonna go to, I think they have a mall, SM Fame Mall? SM Fame Mall, I believe. We'll see. We'll see together, you know? This is all unscripted, live walk around. We've never been this deep into the Greenfield District. Teddy's still dancing. He's still feeling the vibes from inside of the place. I'm hot. It's hot as hell out. It's the rainy season right now. When does rainy season end? September? Yeah, it's the rainy season right now. It just rains every day. And then it's hot, it's humid after. It's not good. But it's okay. Trade-off of living in the tropics. Okay, yeah, so I see the Fame residence, so we're gonna go over there, get some aircon. I'll cut it up and join back with you guys when we get there. I made it to the Fame Mall here in Greenfield, so I do have a mall. Check out what it looks like. Alright, so we're in the SM Fame Mall. This is basically a small SM mall. It's also, I think, part of the Fame condominiums here, Fame residence. So if you're looking for a condo in Greenfield, it's similar to our setup like it was in Eastwood where we lived right on top of the mall. They have something like that here. Check out Fame residence if you want to. Yeah, the mall is okay. It's a smaller mall, but it has the essentials, has like a nice aircon, cool vibes, it's clean. So pretty good. Over here you can see that has the shopping, food store, grocery store. They got a live concert over here. Got some live music.
Our next song is Half Crazy by Lisa.
You like the music? I can tell he likes the music a lot. Oh wow, you like the music. Show you guys a little bit. So yeah, it's just a little look inside the mall. You guys know I'm not a big mall vlogger. I think if you've seen one mall, you've seen them all for the most part. Just give you the quick update. Is the mall any good? Yeah, it's okay. It's pretty good, you know. It's clean, has a decent amount of stores and some good aircon. It is what it is, right? Let's listen to this guy sounding out here like sounding like Celine Dion. Very nice. Alright, so we're about to head out. I don't know if you can see behind me, but definitely an overcast here, and looks like it's about to rain. So we just got done with the mall here at Fame Residence, Fame Mall. So Greenfield District, what can I say? You know, I like it a lot. I think it's slept on. I think it's a place that is very underrated when it comes to places that foreigners are talking about, or not talking about, I should say, in Metro Manila. So why is that? I'm not really sure. I think maybe Mandaluyong just isn't one of those spots that is super popular yet. But this is a great place in my opinion. So we are from Eastwood City. If you've watched my old videos, you see a lot of Eastwood City. And then you have a lot of foreigners, a lot of people that really love Bonifacio Global City for obvious reasons. And I think that Greenfield District here in Mandaluyong is somewhere in the middle in terms of both size and quality of both of those places. So it's a little different from Eastwood, but kind of cut from the same cloth, where it's a city within a city. I would say this is a little more open rather than a circular bubble like Eastwood, but it's a similar vibe where you go outside of your condo and you have pretty much everything you need at your doorstep. You have shopping center, you have restaurants, you have the malls, you have things to do, board game places, bars, places to walk your kids and exercise, all that good stuff right outside your doorstep. The downside is that it's pretty small, it's compact, so if you're a person that's adventurous, you're looking to mix it up, This, like Eastwood, would be one of those places where you could see it all in one day very easily, and it might get stale quick. But that's up to the person. It's very subjective. I think this is a good alternative to Bonifacio Global City because it's also located in a prime real estate spot where you can hop on a Grab, you can get to Makati, you can get to BGC, you can get to Pasig, you can get anywhere you need to get through the big cities in within 10 minutes, as long as it's not crazy traffic. So yeah, it's a good launch point, a good central location, and I think it has everything that you need, you know? So overall, I like it a lot. In my opinion, I'm sticking with the title, I'm sticking to my opinion that this is not the best city in Metro Manila, not the best place in Metro Manila, but it's the most underrated spot in Metro Manila. Because if you look on YouTube, there's not too many people talking about this at all. It's hard to find information. If you're a foreigner, this place is not going to slap you in the face and find you, that's for sure. At least not up to this point. It's a little bit under the radar, so hopefully I could give it some, do it some justice, put it on the map a little bit. Hopefully you guys liked what you saw. Again, I'm not a real estate agent, so whether it's one way or the other, I don't care if you like it. If you don't like it, it's okay. I'm just putting the info out there so you guys can see a little bit of, you know, the places that are just less popular overall. I know when I was looking to move here, the big places obviously have a lot of coverage, but there's these like medium-sized cities too, these little spots that I think fly under the radar, like I said, and people deserve to see them because, you know, when you're moving to a new country, it's good to be educated, it's good to have options. We'll leave it at that. Anyway, more stuff to come. You know, we're in a new place. If you watched my old video, if you didn't, go check it out. We just moved to Mandaluyong, so going to be a lot of new things to cover. I got a lot of ideas, so stick with your boy. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Ice cream man's ringing his bell down there.